Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you guys are joining from. All right. How you guys doing today? How is everyone doing today? I know we're just few people on the call at this point in time, but we're going to be starting regardless. And I want you guys to take opportunity of the fact that we're just few on the call. So let's use the opportunity to interact better. Let's talk better. Let's gist better, so that you can get the most out of this session. Okay. So Ngozi, how you doing today? How are you? What's happening? You can use the chat, just drop a message in the box, in the chat box. All right. Ngozi, Abbas, Felix, how you all doing today? I can hear some of
Yeah.
you, but you guys are good. Felix, Abbas, Timileyin,
Yeah.
Bawoni, how
Yeah.
you doing today?
How is everything, brother? How you doing?
I'm
Dadani.
very that need. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to have you guys on board. Yeah. Let me see. Ngozi Dalu, how you doing today? Ngozi, how you doing? How are you? Are you doing? All right. Pope, Martins, Long Mom, Ruben, how you doing today? All right. Okay. All right. It's good. I'm good. Okay, that's good. I can see your chat. I can see your chat coming in. That's great. So I want us to, take charge, take this opportunity to interact to one another, to get to know one another, to know exactly what we are doing and what we're going to be discussing today. All right. So if you're looking to become a data scientist, data engineer, and cybersecurity analyst in 2024, this is the place to be. All right, this is the place to be. And we're going to be exploring quite a number of things today. Okay, we're going to be exploring, we're going to be looking at Python. Okay, and how why Python is very important as a skill to have. If you're going into data science, you're going into data engineering, or going into cybersecurity. All right. So let me ask you guys now, which of these career paths are you guys interested in? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see the guys that are so like I said, let's use this time to ask all the questions. Let it be like a one-on-one session since we're just few on the call. Okay. So we have Ngozi data analytics, Pope, cybersecurity. All right, let's use this opportunity to talk. Okay. You could ask all the questions, your burning questions, and anything that you have on your chest. Okay. Okay, web development. Okay, that's all good. That's all right. That's good. All right. But anyways, we'll still be talking about, all the opportunities that you need to latch into in order for you to get started. All right. So today we're going to be exploring data science, data engineering, and cybersecurity. Okay. And we're going to be looking at the key practical aspect of this training program for today's session would be on Python. Will be on Python programming. Okay. All right. So let me ask you guys, is this the first time of you joining our masterclass? Okay. If this is your first time, put a one in the chat. If this is your first time attending our masterclass, it's an analytics masterclass, put a one in the chat. Okay. First time, Felix, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Oh, Nana. Okay. You're welcome also. Chibuzo. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll take some of these questions that you're asking. Don't worry. I'll take some of the questions and you will see I will answer those questions as we go on. But it's good to have you guys on board. Just to do, we're usually proud about ourselves, but we like to always do an introduction so you get to know us better, especially for the first timers. And even for the people that have been coming before, okay? We like to reaffirm, what our mantra, our vision, our mission, okay? And that's the very core principle of what we stand by, which is getting more Africans into the tech space. Okay, so the key question we asked ourselves is, over a couple of years ago, about over 3 years ago, we asked ourselves, why don't we have a lot of Africans in the tech space? Okay, and the answer was very good. It was literally staring at us in our face because we had transitioned. I'll talk about myself and Adeza shortly. We had transitioned and we had friends, okay, that, were looking to transition, but there were a lot of misconception about transitioning. Oh, I'm too old was like the most, I've been doing this for the last 5, 10 years. I've been a nurse all my life. I've been a consultant all my life. I can't transition. I can't leave that career path. All right. Misconception around certification. Oh, I need to get a certificate. Oh, I need to get a master's. Oh, I need to get a PhD in order for me to transition. So, that and so many more things were the hindrances people were facing to see how they could transition into the tech space. So, I mean, the fact that we were in the tech space, okay? All right, we obviously age barrier wasn't there. Certification, we had no certification. All right. Education, we had just the normal. I had economics and things I had industrial chemistry. So long story short was okay, we saw that okay, there was a big gap. Okay, there was a big gap. What is required for you to get started was not what most people were thinking about. Okay, what was required for you to get a job in the tech space who were not even thinking about that. They were thinking about other things that would not even give them would not give them the what do you call it, the platform for them to transition. Hence the reason why we started Analytics to, create that community, create that platform that people can leverage in transitioning into the tech space. Okay. And I would say in the last 3 years, we've helped well over 2,000 people transition across the world to getting their first job in the tech space, to getting their first job, high paying tech job. And one thing about us is we have evidence. Okay. We have proof, to show that people are actually learning these things and transitioning into the tech space. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay. So and today the key one that we're going to be focusing on today's masterclass is data science, data engineering, and cybersecurity analyst. And I'm sure majority of you will be looking at how can I get started? What are the steps I need to take in order for me to get started in any of these career paths? And that's exactly what we are going to be discussing about today. Okay. So we will move like we need to talk about myself Ifemena April and Adeza Suleiman. So when I talked about we asking ourselves questions, it was myself and Adeza that were talking, okay? And we saw that we had started working we had left the shores of Nigeria, we had started working for quite Fortune 500 organizations, in the UK, in the US, in Canada, working freelance, doing contract roles for this company. And we saw that, in every organization that we went to, there was no African. Like when you say there was no African, it means that there was no African on your team. So it wasn't just Nigerian. There was no Ghanaian, there was no Cameroonian, there was no Sierra Leonean, there was no South African, literally, and we had worked with different organizations. So, it was very puzzling that, okay, why would we, what is hindering Nigerians or Africans to get in this job that we were getting? These opportunities that we had, why can't other people get this opportunity? All right. Okay, so you see that that's the fuel, okay, for us starting analytics to see how we can get more Africans into the tech space. And funny thing, or the interesting thing is, I studied economics, Adeza studied industrial chemistry. So nothing tech related. Okay, very interesting, isn't it? Okay, nothing technology, nothing computer science related. Well, are we doing well in the tech space? Absolutely, yes, we are. Do you understand? Up to now, and that's over a decade experience working across different roles within the tech space. Okay, so currently I work as a data science contractor. Okay, if we have enough time, I'll show you some contract positions in the UK, in Canada, all right. And the guys in the US also, you have opportunity to work as a contractor, okay, and so on. Okay. And this is when people talk about money in tech, when people are talking about opportunities in tech, I will tell you for free that there are immersive opportunity in the tech space. Immersive, like a lot of opportunity. Okay. And the pity is Africans are not getting this opportunity. Why? Because they don't have the skill. It's just honestly, it's just that skill. Once you get those skills, you will see the amount of doors that open. All right. I still speak to a lot of my mentees. Okay. One of them I had a conversation with just 2 days ago. All right. He's based in the US. And guess what? All right. In the matter of just 8 months, this guy has increased the salary by almost $20,000. All right, by almost $20,000. He started on 60K. This guy is currently earning 80. He started on $60,000 per annum. All right, this guy is on 78,000 in just a matter of 8 months. Prior experience, zero prior experience. If it's a lie, I will share his testimonial with you as you go on, and you will see him. Okay, you would actually see when he got the first job, he gave his testimonials, and you'll see the testimonial as you go on today. All right. So a lot of people are getting this opportunity, and why are they getting this opportunity? You need to ask yourself, what do you think separates you currently to get it, and this person, these people that are getting this opportunity? The key thing that's separating the two of you currently is the ability to invest in one's learning. Okay, learning, somebody's learning. Okay, the reason why that person will get a job, get this kind of opportunity, is because of what he knows. Okay, and I will show you some job roles as we go on. This session today is going to be very enlightening, and I want you guys to, and I want to take you on that journey so you see the opportunities for yourself. It's not me that will be talking about it. You would see the opportunities yourself. All right, and we'll talk around that. So my prior experience, I've worked, with quite a number of organizations. Started in management consulting, moved from management consulting into the tech space, and over the 10 years, I've worked as a BI engineer. I've worked as a BI analyst. I've worked as a data analyst. I worked as a data scientist, data engineer, and business systems analyst. I've worked different roles. My experience has been very vast. Okay, and that's what I'm going to be That's what I'm going to be discussing with you today. All right. So you feel free to check us out on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. You can reach us out. Reach us on any of the social media platforms. All right. So let's go. Let's fire ahead. Okay. What are we going to be talking about today? So today we are going to be talking about Python, okay? Python, not the snake, okay? This is Python programming language. So we're going to be talking about Python, okay? And this programming language over the years has grown exponentially, has become, the skill set that is required, a top skill that is required for you to have in order for you to become a data scientist, in order for you to become a data engineer, and also if you're looking to become a cybersecurity analyst. Python is a key skill to learn. All right. Moving on, after doing the live session on Python, we'd also explore the pathway to becoming a data scientist, data engineer, and cybersecurity analyst. Okay. We'd also talk about remote, full-time, and tech relocation opportunities. So some of us are looking for remote jobs. Okay. Remote jobs exist. But the question you need to ask yourself, you would ask yourself so many questions today. Trust me, guys. Okay. The question you need to ask yourself is, do you have the skill to get this remote job? Okay. If you're very good, or if you're on Twitter, okay, Twitter is, I won't say I'm on Twitter so much, but I read a lot of tweets. Okay. And you see a lot of people talking about remote jobs. Okay. Remote jobs, how they're earning like $3,500, $2,500, $4,000, and they're working remotely. Now, the key question you need to ask yourself is, do you have the skills in order for you to get this remote job? You need to be honest with yourself. If you do, fine and good. All right. If you don't, that's why we're going to be here today. Remote full-time opportunity, and if you're looking to relocate based on the skill that you have, you want to relocate to another country, all right, based on the skills that you have, fantastic. I will share some opportunities that are there in terms of relocation. We'd also talk about the growth internship program. Okay. One of the reasons why we have such a huge success in people transitioning, and that's the growth internship program that we offer. And guess what? It is for free. Okay, the growth internship program is absolutely for free. Well, I'll tell you more about it as we go on. Okay, and last but not the least, our special offer. So we have a special offer for you that wait to the end of the session. So if you wait to the end of the session, if you wait to the end of the session, you will get to hear about the special offer. You will you'll get the recording from the session, the recording of the session, and you'll also get to know more about the growth internship program. So you need to wait to the end of the session to get the recording, to hear about the special offer, and to hear about the growth internship program. So the session today is just going to be 2 hours. I'm going to keep it within 2 hours. Everything is going to be within 2 hours. So I just want to hold your hands for the next 2 hours, okay? Hold your hands and guide you through the career path of a data scientist, the career path of a data engineer, and the career path of a cybersecurity analyst, okay? So 2 hours, all I need from you. I don't need you to do anything. I just want you to listen to me. That's all I need you to do today. All right. I don't need you to do anything. I don't need you to carry a pen. I don't need you. If you have a pen and a jotter, that's good. You can jot things down so you can take things out of the session. Okay. But all you need to do is just listen to me today. All right. Relax. You're the VIP. I would explain. I'll do all the work. All I want from you is to listen. All right. So the next 2 hours, I just need you to listen, and that's it. Okay. So moving on to the next thing, let's move on. Fire on. So we're going to be doing the live Python coding exercise today. All right. And I'll guide you through that also. Now, before we go into the master class, one key thing I like to put out there is it always seems impossible until someone does it. Okay. Can't do it. It's difficult. It's difficult. I remember that when myself and days I were trying to transition and we had friends. Okay. All right. Everybody said, you guys are stressing yourself too much. Be only like is it only you? Do you understand? Is it just you? All right. Do your consulting, rise the ranks of consulting, become a senior consultant, get your gratuity and all those things. All right. But a lot of people a lot of people like that comfortable space, comfort. A lot of people like comfort. All right. But one key thing I like to put, like I'll put out there again today is it always seems impossible until somebody else goes out there to do it. Okay. And thank you. Like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of proof. We have a lot of evidence. And I'm going to show you one evidence, which is Oluwatosin. Oluwatosin went through our data analytics training, data science training program, and currently works as a fraud analyst with one of the top financial banks in the UK. Now, a lot of people will think that it's difficult to get this job. I know a lot of people that will be in the UK currently and say that there are no jobs for immigrants. I was on Instagram for just, a couple of weeks ago or last week. And, there were a lot of rants about how there are no jobs for immigrants in the UK. And I laughed. Okay. It's laughable. I think I commented on it or I did something on my story on Instagram. And I'm like, how would you say there are no jobs in the UK? That if you're looking for a job, all right, you would likely get a job as long as you're inside the UK. You will get a job, all right, and we have people getting jobs. Okay, so you see, Oluwatosin is currently in the UK, got a job as a fraud analyst. Let me play his video for you. It's just about a minute. I don't think it won't take too long, and I want you guys to listen. Give me a second. I'm just gonna have to share my screen again so that can share the audio one more time. I don't think the audio is sharing. I'm sharing the audio. All right. So I'm just going to play his video. Okay. So you see it. It's not like this is not essay. This is you. Um, let me see my guys. My guys are in here. Let me see. Uh, Elijah, please confirm if you can hear the audio when I play it. Okay.
Hello, my name is Oluwatosin Ogunleye. I'm with the August DA cohort with Analytics. I just got a job as a fraud analyst. So my role as a fraud analyst is to investigate and prevent fraud on credit cards. I got this job after I joined Analytics. The mentorship session, the CV review sessions, these sessions were very, very helpful in me getting this role. And I had an interview prep as well. All these were highly instrumental in me getting the job. And I'm really grateful for Analytics. Thank you.
Like I said, yeah, guys, it always seems impossible. It always seems impossible until somebody else will go outside and do it. And then you're not like, you have experience. That's why. A lot of people like to rationalize. A lot of people like to, downplay certain things. Oh, you are this. Oh, it's because you have this. Oh, it's because you have that. Oh, come up with so many excuses. So one thing I like to, and these are the reason why we share these testimonials. We have other people. We have other people that get jobs that have experience. Maybe they were a business analyst, they learned data science and they transition into data science. Okay. We don't like to share. We like to, obviously, those are still part of the testimonials that we have. All right. But the ones that we like to show people are the people that have no prior experience. Okay. No prior experience. No, zero. They learned it and they have a job currently working in those space. Data science, data engineering, and cybersecurity analyst. Okay, so these are some of the success stories that we have, and we still have a ton more that I'm going to share with you. okay? Just to prove to you that if you personally decide to start today, okay, in the next couple of months, you can actually have a job, in your own desired career path. And that's why we started analytics, to ensure that we have more Africans in the tech space. So that's just me reaffirming our vision, our mission, based on these testimonials that you're hearing and what we're going to be talking about today. Okay. So now let's jump straight into the session. Okay. So let's get started. Let's talk about Python. Okay. Let's talk about Python. All right. So I'm just going to go. This is a live coding exercise. Okay. So I will still want to carry you along, anyways. Okay. And I just bear in mind, I'm going to bring out my browser now because I'm going to be coding real time. So you see it in real time. All right. So I'm going to be using a platform called Google Colab. Okay. Google Colab. So we're talking about Python. We're talking about Python. Okay. So Google Colab is what we call an IDE. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see my screen better. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just write something. I'm saying Google Colab. Okay. Colab is an IDE. So what is an IDE? Okay. A lot of people like, this is the reason why I'm running away from tech. What is all this big English? Okay. IDE is an acronym. Okay. IDE is an acronym which stands for Integrated, okay, Development Environment. Some people will say this is too late in the evening to be learning this kind of big words. Okay. Or it's too early in the morning for me to be hearing this kind of large words. An IDE, it's just English, Integrated Development Environment. Okay. If you want to fry egg, today you want to make what they call it. You want to make scrambled eggs. Okay. Would you carry the biggest pot in your house to make scrambled eggs? You wouldn't. There is a frying pan that is designed for you to make scrambled eggs. Okay? So you see, you want to make stew, there is that pot in your house that you will prefer to use to make a stew. Okay? All right. So you see, it's basically the same thing. All right. The same thing. Now, let me use another example. If you have a presentation, okay, you have a presentation either in your school, university, or at work, for example, they're telling you, oh, Ngozi, please, can you create a presentation for our session tomorrow? Okay. Would you do that presentation slides in Microsoft Excel? Would you do that presentation slide in Microsoft Word? Would you do it on Google Chrome? You can't. Do you understand? You would need to use, PowerPoint to create the presentation slides. If you want to do something that has to do with calculation, spreadsheet calculation, where would you you won't take it to Microsoft Word. You won't take that task to Microsoft PowerPoint. You will take it to Excel to do that particular activity in spreadsheet. So you see, if you carry a function or a formula, you write a formula in Excel, you copy that formula and you take it to PowerPoint and you paste it in PowerPoint. PowerPoint does not understand what you're writing, does not understand the formula. The formula in Excel, you take it from Excel and you brought it to Microsoft PowerPoint. PowerPoint does not understand that formula. Okay? So it's the environment. If you go today, you leave your country and you go to China and you start to speak Yoruba, you start to speak Igbo, they don't understand. Okay? It's the environment. That environment does not understand the language that you're speaking. If you bring a Chinese to Lagos, also the same thing, and speaking Mandarin, they won't understand what the person is saying also. It's the same thing. So basically, integrated development environment basically means an environment that understands the programming language that you are writing. Okay? An environment that allows you to write, and the environment, which is Google Colab in this situation, would understand what you're writing. So we're talking about Python today. We're talking about Python. So we need to write Python code. So we need an environment that will understand our Python code. So that's the integrated development environment. An environment that allows you to develop your Python code. Simple. Okay? So it's not just Google Colab. There are so plenty outside. Okay. When they say something is plenty, there is VS Code. Okay. There is PyCharm. PyCharm. There is another one called Jupyter Notebook. Okay, there are also plenty out there. I'm sure you guys would have seen some of them. Spider, and I'll just put ETC because it plenty. Okay, they're very plenty. Okay, so let me see. All right, so that's basically it. VS Code, PyCharm, Jupyter Notebook, Spider. These are all IDs. These are all environments where you can write Python code and it would understand. That's the lessons. Okay, we can't carry Microsoft Word and start coding inside Microsoft Word. It will not. Microsoft Word will never understand the Python code. Okay, all right. So that's basically what it means to use Google Colab. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to be looking at. Okay. So for today's session, very brief, 20 minutes. I'm just going to talk about Python. So for the session that we're going to do today, we're going to look at data types in Python. Okay, data types in Python. All right. So the first one we're going to look at is integer. Integer. The next one we're going to look at is a float. This is going to look very weird to you guys, but don't worry. That's why you're here. I'm going to take you through it. Okay. The next one we're going to look at is a string. Okay. We would also look at what we call variable assignment. Okay. We're also going to look at variable assignment. All right. Last but not the least, we're going to do conditional format, conditional statement. Okay. And last but not the least, we're going to do, let's say, a for loop. Okay. We'll do a for loop. So we're going to look at data types in Python, which are integer, float, and string. We're going to look at only three. Okay. Integer, float, and string. We're also going to look at variable assignment. We're also going to look at conditional statement, and we're going to look at a for loop. So these are the 6 things that we're going to look at today. Just six. All right. But you see how easy it is for you to understand these 6 things. Okay. You see how easy it is for you to understand these six things that we just talked about. So without wasting too much time, let's jump straight into it. All right. So number one, we're going to look at is integer. Okay. So integer, they are what? These are what we call whole numbers. Whole numbers. Okay. Whole numbers. Okay. All right. It could be positive or negative. It doesn't matter. All right. Either positive or negative. So whole number, let's say 5 is a whole number. 5 is a whole number. That's what we call an integer. So 5 is an integer. Okay. So you see, I'm just going to insert some blank spaces down here. Blank. Okay. So you see, in Python, I could actually check the data type. So if I put the type function, type, and I open the bracket and I put 5 inside. Now, this type function, this type will tell me the data type of number 5. So why I'm saying this is I want to confirm the data type for number 5. So once I run this, you see it will give me int. Now, Python is telling me that number 5 is an integer, which means a whole number. So basically, when they say whole number, it basically means no decimal place, no decimal point. Okay, no decimal point, no decimal point. That's what an integer is. An integer is a whole number, positive or negative. So you see, if I put -5 in there, it doesn't matter. It is still an integer. If I put, if I put 1 million, okay, sorry, I put zero, infinity. I keep putting that zero, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 billion, zillion, billion, dillion, whatever it is, and I put it, it is still an integer. Okay? It doesn't change. All right? Either positive or negative, it is an integer. But you see, the moment you introduce a decimal point, okay, it becomes a float. Decimal point numbers. Okay, This one also, if it is positive or negative. Okay, either positive or negative. So you see, if I put 5.5, that's the float. Okay, so integer, no decimal places, float, decimal point numbers. So if I use the type function again and I put 5.5, okay, all right, you see, it gives me a float. So very simple. Integer, whole number. Float, decimal point. I'm sure you guys, there's no way you would ever forget that. Okay? Integer, whole number. Float, decimal point. Integer, whole number. Float, decimal point. So I used to sing in my past life. So I used to rap. So if you find me rapping sometime during the session, please just condone my, my past experience. Okay? So integer is a decimal, integer is a whole number, float is a decimal point. Okay? Integer is a whole number, float is a decimal point. And that's just it. Simple. Positive or negative. If you put minus 5.5, it will give you float. If you remove the minus, it doesn't change anything. So a lot of people are scared about starting these things. But don't understand that these things are very easy to remember. Not easy to remember. Practice obviously will make you easy to it will make it easy for you to remember with practice, with different projects and so on. Okay, so integer, whole number, float, decimal point number. Okay, let's go. So now we've talked. You see, in the last less than how many seconds we have dealt with two data types already. Okay, so the next one we're going to look at is string. Let's take a look at string. Okay, let's take a look at string. Strings are what? Text, basically. Okay. Text. Simple. Like, add that one. It's not as difficult as you think it is. So text, like I want to write, welcome to Tenalytics. Welcome to Tenalytics. That's text. I'm just writing words like I'm writing on Microsoft Word. I'm writing in PowerPoint. I just want to write a text. Welcome to Analytics. Okay, and I run it. You see, it give me my text back. Okay, now let's check the type. Let's check the type. Okay, and now let's check the type of twe. Oh yeah, twe. Let's go. All right. What do you think it's going to give me? It's going to give me string, obviously. str. str. Okay, welcome to analytics. That's a string. So you see, the moment you have that quotation mark, okay, all right, the moment you have the quotation mark, quotation, okay, so the moment you have those quotation marks, you are writing a string, okay, all right, you're having the string, either single or double, or okay, either you're using the single quotation or the double quotation. Regardless, it's the same thing. It's going to give you a string. You see, if I now put it here, all right, I use single this time around, single quotation mark, and I put twe, okay, featuring Davido, okay, and I run it. You see, it still gives me str, okay, it's still a string because it has that quotation, start and end with the quotation. So you see all those times that you're always doing, you're always talking to somebody and you're like, in quotes, guy did not do it to me, or the lady said this in quotes. That energy, that thing that you're always making, that always makes your hand to go like this. Please bring it to Python. Okay, so when you bring it to Python, just use it. Anytime you use that in quotes, that's a string. You're using a string. Okay, that's a string. So basically that's it. Okay, so you see how easy it is. Integer, whole number, float, decimal point, and string is what? Text. Integer, whole number, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. Go boy, everything is inside. Okay, is a whole number. Float, 5.5, decimal point. Okay, all right, float is decimal point number. String is text. So just three data types in Python now, three data types. Okay, I said you've learned it easily. Okay, piece of cake, isn't it? Piece of cake. All right. So now let's do a little bit around variable assignment. Let's do a little work around variable assignment. So I could, let me say, income equals to 1,000. 1,000. Income equals to 1,000. So basically, if I come here and I put in income again, so you see, this is going to give me income now will give me 1,000. So basically, yeah, let me show you something. Okay, let me show you something. Let me show you something. I need a pen. Where's my pen? So sorry about that. I'm coming. Let me see if I can bring up my pen. Okay. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm trying to see if I can get a pen up on my screen. Okay, no pen. So I won't be able to write anyways. All right. So now what we've done here is this income is what we call a variable. This income is what we call a variable. Okay. So basically we are saying 1,000 is assigned to income. So you see, anytime I now write income, it will give me 1,000. Anytime I run one income, it's going to give me 1,000. It's basically like, let's just put it in this scenario. Say you currently, I give you, let's say, who am I going to call now? Let me call somebody. All right. So I just see Amarachi and I'm saying, Amarachi, take 1,000. Okay. So I have given you 1,000 there. So every time I call Amarachi, let me use Amarachi's name as my variable. So Amarachi, no vex, okay? Amarachi, I've given you 1,000 there. Okay? You see that anytime I call Amarachi, I say, Amarachi, how far my money now? You're like, nobody 1,000 where you give me, where you still they call me, you press my neck every day. Okay? So every time I call Amarachi, Amarachi is going to give me 1,000. Do you understand? Okay? That's the assignment. So I am assigning that value, 1,000, to Amarachi to say, Amarachi, anytime I call you, give me my value. Okay? Give me what I kept with you. Okay? So it could be a number, it could be an integer, like 1,000. 1,000 is an integer. It could be a float, it could be 100.56, and it is the same thing. Okay? Amarachi will keep it for me and return it anytime I need it. Okay? It could be a string to say, Amarachi, welcome to Tenalytics. So I'll say, Amarachi, anytime I call you, that's the first thing you tell me. Okay, Amarachi, welcome to Tenalytics. All right. So you see it. So that variable is an empty container. This variable, this thing that we have here, this thing that is on the left, whatever is on the left is the variable. So that thing is like an empty container. Empty container. It's like ice cream. When you buy ice cream, you go to the grocery store to buy ice cream. Okay? And you take the ice cream, you lick the ice cream, and it's good. Okay? You finish it. Do you dispose it? Do you throw it away? Let me ask you guys. When you buy ice cream and you take the ice cream, let me see the true Africans in the house. What do you do with the container of the ice cream? What do you do with the container of the ice cream? Do you keep it or you throw it away? Let me see. Do you keep your ice cream bowl or do you throw it away? Put it in the chat. Let me see the people that are recycling. Are good at recycling. Let me see the people. I keep mine. Oh, I use it for salt. Ngozi, that's wonderful. I love that. You gave me an example. Keep it exact. You know, that's exactly what it is. So I'll use it to freeze ego. We use it to freeze a goosey. I'm sure it's a goosey. I think it's a goosey. Barik is talking about. Okay, we use it to freeze a goosey. So you can use it to store anything. With the ice cream bowl, say that I'm allergic. I'm allergic to jollof rice. I'm allergic to okra. Do you think the container, that ice cream bowl, will tell you I am allergic to, to a goosey? I'm allergic to okra soup. I'm allergic to ogbono. Okay, don't keep ogbono inside me. It's impossible. It's a container. Anything you put inside it to store it. So if today you put okra inside, you finish the okra soup inside that container. Okay. Tomorrow you decide to store jollof rice inside that same container. It will store it. You finish the jollof rice and say, do you know what? I want to store chicken. It will store it. So you see this thing here, it's like that ice cream bowl that we all use. So Ngozi is using their own for salt. if the salt finish, okay, and they say, okay, do you know what? Let's start keeping sewing utensils inside, thread and needle, all right, scissors, measuring tape, and all those things. We the boss say that no, I don't want to. You don't use me for that. You are you are neglecting my. It's not possible. The container would not say that. That's exactly what this container is. This variable, not just English, it's called variable in Python. But in the real sense, it's just a container for you to store something, for you to keep. To say anytime I call you, you need to give to me what I kept inside. It's just like you keeping your soup inside your ice cream bowl. If you open the ice cream bowl, all right, you must find your soup inside. If you don't find your soup, it means your bowl is leaking. All right. All right. So it's just as simple as that. So it's just this variable. Variable basically is that empty container. It could be anything. Like I said, I started with income. Now I am in Amarachi. Okay. It could be anything. All right. So if I say, let me pick somebody else's name. Okay. Somebody doesn't take ice cream. Don't worry. Okay. Do you take Danish cookies? There's one, this is a very popular one. Danish cookies. Okay. This one, in our own house, you never find biscuit inside. Now, only sewing utensils you'll find inside. Thread and needle, scissors, what else? What else used in plaster? Some people use it for first aid. Okay. All right. So if you don't take ice cream, jewelry, Amarachi, yeah, so utensils, yeah, sharing tools. You guys are following me. I love this. All right. So this thing you never find biscuits inside. Okay, it's just like this container. All right. Some people can use it for jewelry, some people can use it for anything. It will accept. You know, the reject. Okay, it doesn't reject. So basically, that's what a variable is for you to store items, essentially. All right. So now let's say I want to say income. Your income equals to your income is 1,000. I'm telling Python, store this 1,000 there, store this value for me. That's exactly what I'm saying. Store this 1,000 inside income. So now I could say income times 2. Okay. So income is not income anymore. Income is 1,000 because I am keeping 1,000 inside income. So income is not income like you know it. Income is 1,000. So if I say income times 2, you see it to give me 2,000. All right. It will give me 2,000. If I say income times income, it will give me 1 million because it is 1,000 multiplied by 1,000. All right. So exactly, guys. So now let me show you in a real sense how variables work, how you use variables in real life, how a Python developer, okay, a data scientist, a data engineer, or a cybersecurity analyst, how they can use a variable. A very quick example I'll show you is password. Password, okay? Password verification. Verification. Let's go. Can you guys put let's go in the chats? I want to see people that are following me. Put a let's go. Put go. Ensure it is go. If we put let's go, you're not following me. Let's go. Yes, let's go. I love you guys, to be honest. It's very early, I know, for some of you. It's late for some of you, but I love the energy. I won't lie to you. All right, I can see the people following me. Let's go. So let's do password verification. So you see, when you open an application, okay, a banking app, okay, or your social media platforms, let's just say we're using a banking app, for example. Let's design one for a banking app, banking application, okay? So you see, when you open the phone, when you open the application, you need to put in your password. You need to confirm your password. So let's say correct password, okay? Correct, we'll create a variable called correct password. So when you create that password the first time, this particular variable will store it. Okay, this particular variable will store it. So let's say you store your password is Tenalytics. Okay, so I'm giving you guys password ideas. Okay, so nobody will ever know your password. Tenalytics is a good one. Say the correct password when you created when you started the application and you imputed they asked you for your password to put your password. It was Tenalytics you put that. That was the correct password. Okay. we're not going to say that the next time you go to the application, it will ask you to input your password, correct? So now let's say app password. Okay, we'll call it app password. Okay. So this time around, I'm going to use a function in Python called the input function. Okay, to say that input, I would ask the user to insert your password. Okay, insert your password here. Okay, insert your password here. Okay, so now you see if I run this now, my correct password is Analytics. Okay, the correct password is Analytics. That's the first thing. So you see this variable has been assigned to correct password. So you see, I would say, let me say print correct password, correct underscore password. Okay. And I would also print my app password. Okay. App password. Okay. So you see, correct password is Analytics. That's the correct one. When I created the account the first time, my password was Analytics. But now, the application Python is currently asking me to insert your password here. Okay, so when you want to log in again, what would happen? You will need to put in your password again. So now, if this time around I put in 20 analytics, okay, all right, instead of 1, I put in 20, okay, instead of 10, I put in 20, and I run it. You see, the correct password is analytics. And what I just wrote, which is app password, the one I just wrote, okay, app password is giving me 20 analytics instead of 10 analytics. It's giving me 20 analytics. So you see, these variables, variable that we talked about earlier, they are used to store items like your password. Okay? They use it to store your password. That password you do when you go to application and you put in your password, a variable is created, okay, essentially, okay? Now, let's confirm if your password is correct or wrong, okay? Let's confirm if your password is correct or wrong. So that's where conditional statements will come in play. Conditional, pardon, people will say it's conditional. Conditional statements, okay? Shout out to them. I stayed in Nevada, okay? So I can't, it's not conditional statements. So I would say if, okay, if your password, if that app password you entered, if your password, the app password, okay, if the password you put here, okay, is equals to the correct password, if it is equals to the correct password, what's it going to be? Okay, if the app password, the password that you put in later, after you created the account, they ask you to log in again. If that's your password, the password you put in is equals to the correct password. That's what we did here. If the app password is equals to the correct password, okay, what should happen? I would say print login successful. I'll put in a string in there. I'll say login successful. Okay. Else print wrong password. So if it is wrong, give me wrong password. Print wrong password. Okay, print wrong password. Okay, so you see, if the application password, so the one that you input, the one that you will input, if it is equals to the correct password, login successful. All right, so that's the ideal thing. Okay, when you're creating the application, you put in a password. This is the password. When you created the account, when you were creating your banking application, you put in at the first time you created the app, you put in your password. Okay, now the next time you have to log in, you will need to input your password in order for you to gain access to your banking application. Okay, so we're now saying that if the imputed password, okay, is equals to the correct password, okay, login successful. If they are the same thing, if what you type here is equals to what you have here, then you have login successful. All right. Else, wrong password. If it is not correct, wrong password. So now let's test what we have here. Okay. So now let's do it. Insert your password here. So this is what it's telling me now to put in my password. And I'll put in, let's say I put in 20 analytics, just the last one, like the last one we did. And let me press enter now. You see, wrong password. You see how we are using variables now. Okay, now beyond variables, we're using strings, we're using assignment, variable assignment. Okay, so you see, we're using this, just a simple statement to say that confirm password, confirm password. You see how Python can be very dynamic and very easy to learn. Okay, now let me put in the right password. You see, if I put in 10 analytics, okay, 10 analytics, you see, login successful. And that's because my app password, the one I just inserted, is the same thing as the correct password I created from the start. Okay? All right. So if app password is equals to correct password, login successful. If not, wrong password. Okay? But now, how many trials do you have? Let me ask you guys. In order for you to be logged out of your application, how many trials do you have? How many trials do you have? All right, what's the ideal number of trials? How many times do you have to try your password in order for you to be logged out? To say that this guy, be like say somebody is trying to hack the account. More, 3, fantastic. I love that. Any person else, 3 times, fantastic. Ezekiel, Felix also 3 times, 3 times. Some people fall, Bassett 4. Ideally, it's 3 times. Okay, some application will give you 4, some application will give you 5. It really determines on what they want. Okay, but ideally, it's 3 times. Okay, at least I won't say ideal. Most applications will give you 3 times. But you see, what we just did here is only one time. Okay, it's only one time. But now you need to perform something a repeated number of times. Basically, ask you 3 times, put in your password, put in your password, put in your password. And at the third time, it will do what? It will log you off. Do you understand? It will just sign you off and block your account. Okay. So now, how do we do that in Python? How do we do it in Python? Or do you think it's magic? All right. So let's do it together in Python. Let's do it together in Python. Okay. All right. But I'll carry you along the way. I'll carry you. Okay. Don't worry. All you need to do is just relax your weight. Relax your weight. Some of you have stiffed your body. Relax yourself. Do like this where you are. Do like this. Relax. I'm going to carry you along this journey, but I want you to relax yourself. Okay. Okay. Now let's take you. So this one now, we're still doing our password verification. Okay, password verification. Okay, the banking application, banking app that we created. Okay, okay. But this time around, we are doing something that didn't what? 3 trials. Okay, 3 trials, 3 trials for our application, for our password, for password verification. I'll just put it for PS, password, pass verif. All right, pass verification. All right, so let's do it now. Let's do it together. Okay, 3 trials. So our correct password, the first thing is we need the correct password. Okay, we need the correct, we'll call it correct password. Okay, so the correct password, you can call it anything, but I'm just going to call my analytics. You can put in your own password, the correct password you want to use. Okay, but now that's where I'm going to introduce loop, for loop. You see this for loop? Okay, I'm going to introduce a for loop. So if you know what a loop is, okay, if you know what a loop is, it's just going over and over and over again. If you watch Naruto, I'm a big Naruto fan. Okay, so there's something Itachi Uzumaki and Itachi will put you in a loop. Okay, pardon me, if you watch anime, you understand what I'm saying. If you don't watch anime, I will still explain it to you. So basically a loop, okay? Like you're going in circles. You know, when we're small, you just keep turning the circles, you keep turning the circle. You are doing the same thing over and over and over again. Okay? So basically, that's the loop we're talking about. So these 3 trials is basically a loop. So go, do it again, go, do it again, go, do it again. Basically, try again, try again. It's a loop. That's what it is. Okay. So that's exactly what we want to do. So we're going to use a for loop. Okay. Bear in mind that this is the first time you're going to be looking at this. Okay. This is the first time you are going to be seeing this. So you can't get everything at a glance. Okay. But just understand. That's what I want you to do. Just understand. That's what I want you. Okay. So I would say for I in range 3. All right. So people will say, now yeah, I go give up. But don't worry, I'll catch you. So now let's start with range 3. I'm going to write range 3 in a bracket here. Okay. Sorry. And I'm going to run this. All right. So you see this is giving me range 0, 3. Okay. Range 0, 3. Basically, this is giving me range 3. So 0, 3 is counting 0, 1, 2, and 3. Well, in Python usually ignores the last number. Okay. In Python used to close its eyes to the last number. Okay. It's just like Nigerian police. As long as you give them something, okay, they would ignore any other thing that you have on the side. It's just like that also. So you see, I'm not saying, all right. So you see, this is the same situation, okay? So in this particular Python, we ignore the last number. So even though it's a 0 to 3, so you have 0, 1, 2, and 3. So that last number, Python does not take it doesn't take it into consideration. Okay? Python doesn't take it into consideration. So range 3 is basically 3 numbers, 0, 1, and 2. So that 3, which is the last number, it doesn't take it into consideration. Okay? So it is only 0, 1, and 2, which is 3 numbers. So when I say range 3, basically means 3 numbers. Okay? 3 numbers. Okay? That's what it means. All right. So for I in range 3, okay, if I want 5 numbers, it will be range 5. If I want 10 numbers, if I want it to happen 10 times, I'll change it to range 10. Okay? All right. So that range 10 basically specifies the number of times, essentially, okay, in this scenario. Okay, so because we are doing our own 3 times, we're using range 3. Okay. So now I'll now come here and I would say password, I'll say password, okay, equals to input, okay, input, okay, which will now be insert your password here, okay, insert your password here. So because I want to do that 3 times, I want Python to ask you to put it, if you're correct or if you're wrong, I would ask you to put in your password 3 times. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want Python to do. Okay? I want Python to ask you to put in your password 3 times. That's if you're wrong. If you're correct, log in. If you're wrong, it will keep asking you 3 times. The third time you try it, it's going to log you off and block your account, or maybe, block it for the next 24 hours. Okay? So basically, this here is going to ask you, insert your password, insert your password, insert your password 3 times. Okay? Insert your password, insert your password. Okay? So now, before I get, okay, yes. So that's basically what it's going to do. Okay? So now I'm going to put it here now to use that if statement, just the same way we did up there. So every time you run the loop, the first loop will take in your password and say that if the password that you gave, this password, if this password that you inserted, if it is equals to the correct password you used initially, okay, what should happen? It should give you print login successful, okay? Okay, login successful. Okay, so this is going to happen 3 times. Okay, bear in mind, this is going to happen 3 times. Okay, some people are asking questions in the chat. Why do you use double equals to sign? So that's it. That's how they do it in Python. Python, because this one is for assignment, because you're using this one to assign. You see, when we are assign 1,000 to income. So this equals to is not it's not equals to that you and I would always know from secondary school, primary school, and up to now. Okay, so this one is called the assignment variable. Okay, so that's why for equals to we use double. Okay, we use double for equals to in Python. It's interesting, very interesting. All right. So if password is if this is your password, the password you inserted, okay, if it is equals to the correct one that you created when you created the app, okay, login successful. All right. Else, sorry, else, okay, it will be print what? Print what? Let's say wrong password. Wrong password. Okay. All right. So this is it. All right. So now let's test this out. Let's test it out and see what we get. So my password, the correct password is 10 analytics. So the first one, insert your password. I'll put it Ifemena. Okay. Wrong password. You see, it's asking me again. You see, it's a loop now. It's asking me again. Put in the password. I'm going to put Ungozi this time around. Ungozi. Wrong password. Insert your password here. I'll put in, let's say another wrong password. Okay, I'll put in a biome. Okay, and you see wrong password. So it asked, you see, it asked me 3 times. Insert your password. Insert your password. Insert your password 3 times. But that's because I gave the wrong password every single time. The correct password is Analytics, but I added 3 wrong passwords. So let's try it again. Let's put in the right password. Let's put in the right password. So I'll put in Analytics. I'll put in Analytics. Okay, and I'll press enter. You see, login successful. Oh, you see, something is happening now. Something interesting is happening. It's the thing for me to ask me again, what is my password? Will just delete your app. Okay, if you've logged in successful, but they still asking login successful, but please insert your password again. You insert it again, Analytics. Password is Analytics. Login successful, but insert your password again. You'll know that this is your app. It needs to go to Yaba left. This your app needs to go to Yaba left because how is it login successful? But it's asking you to put in your password again. Do you understand? So I'm going to put Emeka here, Emeka, okay? And you see wrong password. So you see in Python, I will introduce you to something we call break. Break. If it is correct, I'm gonna break out of the loop. I don't need to do it again. I don't need to do it again. Okay? Break. That's the break statement. That's what break we'll use break. To say that if the login is successful, break out of the loop. You know, when you go to church, anointing fire that breaks the yoke, break the yoke. You know, something that has been happening over the years, you know, foundational power, break. Do you understand? That's exactly what's happening here. All right. So if the password is correct, login successful, break out of that loop immediately. Or more body jaw. Do you understand? That's what it's saying. So now you see that if I run this now, and let's put in the wrong password first of all, I'll put in Felix. Okay. You say wrong password. Well, you see, the moment I put in Analytics, which is the right password, and I press enter, you see, login successful. No, it's not asking me again because of this break statement, because of this break. Break. All right, break here and enter into your, log into your password. You log in successful, fantastic, into your application. You get access to your application. It's as simple as that. Okay, so that's basically, just a very tip of the iceberg to what you can actually use Python for. All right, and you see how flexible it is. It's just like you writing English. If your password is equal to correct password, print this, print login successful. If it is not this, wrong password, try again later. Do you understand? All right. You see, those are the things that makes Python very in demand. Because first of all, it's easy to learn. Okay. Secondly, it is world recognized. It has a huge community, around it. Okay. So, if you've learned something new today with this, let me see. You make Python look simple as a beginner with the way. Oh, Tolu fantastic. That's you just made my day, Tolu. I hope you guys learned something new today. Trust me, guys. Have you learned something new, guys? All right. If you've learned something good today, you've learned something new. Put "let's go" in the chat. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. That's how I know you learned something new today. All right, that's good. Fantastic. And you guys can try it. Google Colab is free of charge. It's literally free. Okay, you don't need to download anything. You don't need to download anything for Google Colab. It's literally for free. Okay, so all you need to do is just type Google Colab on your browser and try your hands on it. Okay, all right. And you see, there are quite a number of things that you could do with Python. Data scientists will use it for data analysis, data visualization. The data engineer will use it to move big data from one place to the other. The same tool, the same Python, okay? The same Python, okay? All right. But these three career paths would use it for different things entirely. Yes, Google Colab. It's called Google Colab. So just go online and search for, you see it here, Google Colab. Okay, Google Colab. So the first one you see, that's all you need to do. Click on it and try your hands. You'll get the recording from the session. Try your hands on it and you'll be surprised that you would learn something new today. All right, you'll try your hands on it. You'll see how easy it is for you. All right, so we just did the password. We just did the password verification. Okay, just a password verification, simple coding for you to understand how to use variables, how to use a for loop. So if you want it to happen 5 times, you put range 5 because we want to do 3 trials. That's the reason why we used range 3. So if you want 5 trials, your own app, you want to say past customers or users can log in 5 times before they get blocked. Okay, so insert your password here. Then, and I press enter, wrong password. Then, wrong password. Then, B, okay, wrong password. You see, it's keep going. This is before was 3, but now you see this is 3. This is the fourth one. Okay, I'm going to put in anything there. I'm going to put Anselm actually. Anselm. Okay, all right. Also, wrong password. But this one, you see, this is 5 times now. And I'm going to put more. And you see, wrong password. But this is 5 times. Okay, and that's because I specified the number of times I wanted to do. Okay, I want the number of loops I needed. Okay, so basically that's it. Okay, that's it. So you see, in the world of when you're looking at the tech space, 3 career paths would use Python. This same Python that we just learned in and the funny thing is, one interesting thing that we need to understand is the only things that we've learned in the last, let's say, 40 minutes, I don't think it's even up to 40 minutes. We've only learned integer, float, string, variable assignment, conditional statement, and for loop. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you see what we've been able to do with just 6 items. See what we've been able to achieve with, and there's still more to learn. Trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, so the key thing is these guys, data scientists, would use Python. It's a key skill for a Python for a data scientist. Data engineers would use Python for is a key skill also for you to have as a data engineer. And cybersecurity analysts also would use the same Python. Okay. All right. So now, obviously, you guys have told me your desired career paths going into 2024. Okay. But now let's explore the role of each one of them. Okay. Let's explore the role for each one of these guys so you guys understand better. I'll do this in the next 15 minutes. So you see exactly, you understand the full role of this thing. Okay. So the data scientist essentially, okay, answers 3 questions. Sorry, give me a second. This mic. Okay, a pen. I need a pen. So you see, you just learned data science. Okay. Okay, you just learned data. We just used Python just today. All right. So now let's take a look at the role of a data scientist. A data scientist is not, first thing you need to understand, is not the same thing as data analyst. It's not the same thing as data analyst. A lot of people think they are the same thing, but I would explain now, okay? So the data scientist would answer three questions, which is descriptive analytics. That's the first thing, which is what happened? What happened? Okay? The data scientist will also answer the question number two, which is diagnostic analytics. To diagnose, you're trying to find why. Why did it happen? Okay? Okay? All right? These are all questions, okay? The last one is number three. What will happen? What will happen? Okay? All right? So take, for example, let's say analytics, okay? 2023. 2023. All right. The data scientist would answer three questions. What happened in 2023 for analytics? Okay, analytics. All right. So we do it. In January, analytics, we trained 5,000 people. In February, we did 5,500 people. That's in February. In March, okay, March, we did, let's say we did 4,000 people, 4K people. In April, okay, we did another let's say 3,800. In May, we did increase a little bit to like 7,000. Okay, in May, June, all right, we now did like 15,000 people in June. Okay, this is just a typical example. So what happened? So the data scientists would use data to answer these questions. Okay, what happened? So you see, it's what happened in 2023. Oh, we did 5,000, we trained 5,000 people in January. February, we did 5,500 people. In March, we did 4,000. In April, we did 3,800 people. In May, we did 7,000. And in June, we did 15,000 people. All right? That has answered that question. What happened? But now, why did it happen? Why did you move from 7,000 to 15,000? Okay? Why did you move from 7,000 to 15,000 people? Why did we have this jump? What's led to this jump? So also, the data scientists would use data to answer this question to find out the reason why there was a huge jump from 7,000 to 15,000. Was there a discount? Okay? If there was a discount, how did that impact the number of people that registered? Did we do, what kind of marketing strategy did we put in place to ensure that we were able to get to this number, 15,000? What was the revenue? Okay, what was the revenue split? What was the cost split? So on and so forth. You want to find out the reason why there was a jump from 7,000 train participants to 15,000. You want to know the reason why. Because if I know the reason why there was a jump from 7K or from 5K, 5.5 to 4 to 3.8 to 7 to 15. You see, there was a jump from 7 to 15. All right. So you were doing on average, let's say about 5K on average, month on month. Okay. But you now see May and June, you move from 7,000 to 15,000. You need to know the reasons why that particular thing happened. Businesses need to know why. Okay. Take the likes of Facebook, take the likes of Amazon. A particular product is moving. Why is that product? Why is it moving? Why are we making so much money from that product? Okay, why is it in a particular region that people are buying this particular product? You see, sometimes the product will do well in Lagos, Nigeria, but it won't do well in Ibadan. Another product will do well in Ibadan, but will not do well in Lagos. Okay, it's still the same state, still the same. So you as a data scientist, you need to be able to explore the data to be able to answer these two critical questions: what happened, and why did that particular thing happen? Okay, so the key thing that you'll be working with is data. You'll be using data to answer this question: what happened and why did it happen? Okay, but now there's an interesting third question. What will happen? To predict. That's where prediction comes in. Prediction comes in. All right. So you're predicting. So with this predictive analytics, the key question now is what would happen from July to December for analytics? Okay. what would happen from July to December? Nobody knows tomorrow. That's the key word. That's what everybody says. Nobody knows tomorrow. Okay? All right. I'm singing already again. Sorry. All right. July to December. Okay. What's going to happen from July to December? We don't know. Okay. But this is where the data scientists will come to tell you that don't worry, relax. Relax. I will do it for you. I will tell you what will happen tomorrow. I will tell you what happened, what would happen, what would likely happen from July to December 2023. All right. So this is where they will now start to do what we call statistical modeling. Okay. I love this. All right. This is where they start to do statistical modeling. Okay. They start to use what? Statistics. They'll start to use what we call machine learning. Okay. To be able to look into the future and tell you what are the likelihood of things that would happen in the future. So this is why they're in demand, because businesses want to know what would likely happen. Okay, I want to know what would likely happen. Please tell me what would likely happen. Okay, forecasting. That's where you do your forecasting. That's where you do your, predictive analytics. That's where you work with machine learning and so on and so forth to be able to tell a story on what will happen in the future. So you see, the role of a data analyst, when I say data science is not the same thing as the data analyst, very simple. The data analyst will only work on these two, will only do these two. The data analyst will only do these two. We would also use data analysis, okay? We use data to answer only these two questions. What happened and why did it happen? Descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics. That's the data analyst. But now the data scientist is more robust to be able to answer all three questions, okay? Okay, to answer what happened, why did it happen, and what will happen. So that's exactly the role of the data scientist. Okay, so the data scientist will answer all three questions. Okay, while the data analyst will only answer the first two. Okay, all right, all right. So the data scientist is also a robust, is also robust in the type of data that they deal with. Okay, type of data. So the data scientists will work with both structured, okay, okay, structured data. So the data analyst, okay, the data analyst and the data scientist will work with structured data. Both data analysts, data scientists will work with structured data. Now, what's the structured data? I'm sure all of us will play this game when we're growing up. Let me draw it for you. Okay, name. Okay, animal. All right, place. Okay, and thing. Okay, all right. But you still have the alphabet over here somewhere. Okay, all right. So you draw your table. Okay, like this. Okay, you draw your table. Pardon my table. My table is very straight. Okay, you draw your table like this. You draw your table. We all played this game when we're growing up. And you have the A, B, C, D, all the way to Z, all the way down. Then you'll be like, oh, I call on A. And you see A, you put a name here. And what A, whose name is starting from A here? Abayomi. Okay, name Abayomi. Animal, antelope. Place, Akure. Thing, anvil. Okay, and so on and so forth. Okay. So you see another person will call C, whose name starts with C, so on and so forth. That's how you go about it. So it's structured. So it's a structure that has what we call, your rows, okay, and column. That's what makes it structured. Rows and columns. Rows and columns. Okay, so the moment you see rows and columns, so if you open Excel today, you see Excel is like this table. Okay, it's a table already. Okay, it's structured data. So the data analyst will only work with structured data, but the data scientist will work with structured data and unstructured. Okay, unstructured data. So basically, these are data that cannot be in a table. Cannot be in a table. Okay, data that cannot be in a table. For example, a very perfect example is a picture. A picture. So if you take a selfie now, how do you put that table? How do you take that selfie? The selfie that you've taken, can you put it in a table? Can you put it in a table? That's a big no, impossible. Audio file, your music. How do you put music on in a table like this? How okay, Bolandi Pepper demo. Okay, once you sing the song, how do you put that music in a table? You can't put it in a table. Pictures, music, text, what else? Videos. Okay, they cannot be put inside a table. So a data scientist is more robust, okay, to be able to deal with both structured and unstructured data. Okay, so the data analyst will only deal with structured data, while the data scientist will deal with both structured and unstructured data, the likes of pictures, the likes of music files, the likes of text files, video files, so on and so forth. So that's the role of a data scientist. So what do you need to learn? Okay, like I talked about earlier, you need to learn your statistics. You need to use, in order for you to be doing predictive analytics and all that, you need to be solid with statistics. So you learn statistics from regiments from the beginner level, all right, to that intermediate expert level, all right. Then thereafter, you move into Excel. You work with Microsoft Excel. You use Excel for descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, and predictive analytics. A lot of people don't know that you could actually use Excel for predictive analytics. So you use Excel to analyze data, to tell a story around what happened, why did it happen, and what will eventually happen. So predictive analytics. Now, Tableau on the flip end, okay, you would also work with Tableau. You use Tableau to answer questions. Why did it happen? No, what happened, why did it happen, and what will eventually happen. So a lot of people don't know also Tableau you could use for predictive analytics, statistical modeling, and so on. You would also get to learn that in this particular curriculum. Thereafter, you learn SQL, okay, structured query language. You move into Python programming. You work with exploratory data analysis. You get to build projects in machine learning, computer vision, all right? And you also work on projects in NLP, which is natural language processing, okay? Language processing. So you work on very, very interesting projects. Okay, so you work on computer vision projects, you work on NLP projects, you get to work with GitHub for version control, you get to work with ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot for coding. All right, you also get to work with Microsoft Fabrics for analytics. So when they say something is over robust, this is a very robust, curriculum, starting from the rudiments of statistics to Excel for descriptive diagnostics and predictive analytics. You also do the same thing in Tableau, descriptive, diagnostics, and predictive analytics. You go to SQL, Python, exploratory data analysis, machine learning, computer vision, and NLP, GitHub, ChatGPT, and so on. Now, the entire curriculum, all right, is for 4 months. You do everything within 4 months. Okay? 3 months of learning, 3 months of learning, okay, of live classes, lifelong learning, okay, and 1 month of free virtual internship. You have 1 month of internship, okay, and I'm talking more about this internship. It's free of charge, free for you to own your skills. You can put it on your CV. You claim work experience from 10 Analytics. I'll tell you more about it as we go on. Do you understand? But the key thing is the curriculum is as robust as as what you can actually imagine. Okay. Now let's look at the role of a data engineer. Okay. And let's assume this is let's use Mo for example. Mo, I'm going to just borrow your name for a few seconds. Okay. So let's say this is Mo. Okay. Mo is she sells phones. Okay. Mo sells phones, okay? But now Mo is selling these phones on, on different channels, okay? Because, they'll say it's not one road that leads to the market, that leads into the market, okay? So Mo is selling phones. So Mo sells his phones on Facebook, on a social media platform on Facebook, on Instagram, okay? Also sells it on TikTok, okay? Okay, TikTok. And last but not the least, Mo also has a website. So anywhere you find yourself, you shall buy phone. Do you understand? If you're on Facebook, you go buy, you go see phone buy. If you're on Instagram, you go see phone buy. TikTok, same thing, website. So these are different channels that Mo sells phones. Okay, that Mo sells their phones. All right. Well, now at the end of the year 2023, okay, Mo wants to analyze a sales data, okay, to know the question she wants to answer is what what um what channel, okay, sold or generated the most revenue. I won't use sold, generated. That's the key question she wanted to find out. Generated the most revenue, okay? Mo wanted to find out. Yeah, 2023 just wrapped up, okay? Can I know what sales channel generated the most revenue? That's a key question. But now, the sales from Facebook, okay? The sales from Facebook is stored on Facebook. Everything, all the sales from Facebook is stored on Facebook. I'll call it Facebook database. It's stored on Facebook, okay? All the sales from Instagram is stored in Instagram. It doesn't store any other place. All right. So Instagram database. TikTok, the same thing. All the sales is also stored where? In TikTok database. All the sales from the website is stored on the website. Okay. There's a website on the website, or there's a database on the website. So let's say we call it web database. So you see, these things are in silos. This is what we call silo. Facebook is not communicating with Instagram. Instagram is not communicating with TikTok. TikTok is not communicating with the website. These are all standalone application. Facebook is different from Instagram. Instagram is different. Everything is standalone. They are all individual platforms, different platforms. But now, Mo wants to find out what channel generated the most revenue. Okay? You want to compare all four of them. You want to compare all the sales from all of the four applications, but they are all on they are all on their own. They are all separated on their own. The key thing is, how do you bring all this information into a centralized location? Okay, central location, which is what we call a data warehouse. DW, data warehouse. Now, what needs to happen is you need to get all the data from Facebook into the central location, all the data from Instagram into this location, all the data from TikTok into this location, all the data from the website into this location. So this is where the data engineer will come inside to say that, now my work with this, you've given me work, so I need to work. So they will do what we call ETL, ETL data pipeline, data pipeline. So you see the reason why they call it a pipeline in a few seconds. You see, because you need to transfer all the data from Facebook, all the sales data from Facebook. You need to build a pipe. You need to build a pipe. Sorry. You need to build a pipe that will take it from Facebook all the way to the central location. You need to build another pipeline. I'll take the sales data from Instagram from here all the way to the central location. You need to build another pipeline that will take the data from TikTok data to the central location. From the website, the same thing, another pipeline that will take data from the website to the central location. So first thing is the first E. In order for them to build this pipeline, first they need to extract the data. E is to extract the data from Facebook database. It will extract the data from Facebook database and bring it into the location, this central location. All right. So extract, it will also transform. So when you're saying transforming, basically it means to clean the data, all right, to remove unwanted characters, okay, to remove, all right, to remove, to deal with missing data. So you see a lot of missing data. How do you deal with it? How do you restructure the data the way you want it? Restructure the data, basically to transform, to ensure it is good enough. So if you go to the market today, I'm very sure when you go to the market to buy your raw materials, when you get to your house, you still need to wash it. Some of them will have stone. You buy rice, you see ugu inside your rice. You need to remove all those unwanted materials. All right. Okay. You buy vegetable, you see a goosey inside your vegetable. That's unwanted. Okay. You need to remove it. You understand? Not be a goosey soup you won't cook. So when you're doing that, if you're doing that to your real life materials, talk more of data that you're using. Okay. So your data is going to be dirty. Some things that are not supposed to be there will be there. How do you clean it up? How do you ensure it is good? So you do all that during the transformation stage. So you extract the data, you transform the data, okay? Then after transforming and it is good, what do? You load it, load, all right? You load it into the central data, the central location. That's the data warehouse. So you do the same thing, ETL for extract, transform, load, and load it into the data warehouse. You do the same thing for TikTok. You do the same thing for the website. Okay. Now, when all the data from all the four sources is in this central location, Mo can now answer that question efficiently. Okay, can now answer that question, in almost real time to say that what is my best performing channel? Okay, sales channel. So you now see bar chart now look like this. Okay, okay. So now you see this is website, this is TikTok, this is Instagram, and this is Facebook. So you now see that, oh, from my analysis, website is the biggest transaction, blah, blah, blah. We generated $2.5 billion. So Mo, please, I'm giving you a commendation. You need to carry me along. Okay. 2.5 billion from website traffic, from website sales. So you see, in order for the data analyst, is the data analyst that will do all this analysis, data analyst or the data scientist that will do this kind of analysis. Well, guess what? Okay, the data analyst or the data scientist, without data, without this data in this central location, they would not be able to do their work because the data would have been existing in silos. Okay, all right, it would have been existing in silos. It would have been very difficult for them to do their job. But now the role of the data engineer now makes the role of the data scientist or the data analyst more efficient. Okay. So what they do is just extract data and make data available, readily available for the data analyst, the data scientist, and other data users within the organization, essentially. Virtual cash outs. All right. So that's the role of a data engineer. And the data engineer is a very essential role, very interesting role, okay, that you need to latch into, trust me. Okay, what do you need to learn? You need, obviously, as a beginner, you need to start with the introduction to data engineering. You move to SQL, okay? So these two, yeah, SQL and Python, okay? These are the key technologies that you need to understand, that you need to learn. SQL and Python, that's structured query language and Python programming, okay? Then you'd also learn Linux. Then you see you're working with building custom ETL pipelines, database, working with databases, API. You'd also get to work with what we call web scraping. Okay, this is you extracting data from the web application for web application. So you get to extract data from databases, you get to extract data from APIs, and you also get to extract data from the web. Okay. Also, you get to work with Apache Spark. You get to work with Apache Airflow for pipeline automation. So you see, we talked about the extracting data from 4 data sources: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and the website. You don't want to be doing that manually every day by yourself. You want it to be moving, okay? Every day, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 1 hour. Do you understand? How do you automate? What do you use to automate? You use Apache Airflow for automation. Okay. Then you get to work with AWS, cloud engineering. So you get to work on projects in cloud engineering. You could also get to work as an AWS cloud engineer once you're done with the training program. Okay. We also have a version control using GitHub, and you also get to work with ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot. Okay. So when you talk about introduction to SQL, to Python, to Linux, to ETL pipelines, Apache Spark, to Apache Airflow, so you need to learn all these together. Now, guess what? The entire learning phase for this is 5 months. Okay. 3 months of learning. Okay. 3 months of learning, of you having classes, live classes, working on live projects, and so on. 3 months of immersive learning experience. And then you get 2 months, of internship. 2 months of internship for you to get the word out of you, for you to get more work done, more projects done, more project experience, to get yourself, very rooted within the space of data engineering. So that's exactly what you would learn during the training program. So 3 months of learning, of live class learning, and 2 months of, internship learning experience that you could use on your CV and you need to get experience from anywhere else. Okay. Amen. Okay. Now, cybersecurity, which is the third career path we're looking at today. Now, this is this is one that without a doubt should be able to resonate with you as a person. Okay. Okay. We all have password. We did password verification on our Python code today. All right. We did password verification today. That's what we looked at today. All right. Now, tell me exactly why you need to put a password on your application. The essence of you putting a password on your application is to safeguard people's information, isn't it? Now, the key question is, why are you doing this? Now, you see a lot of time, password is not even enough anymore. Password is not enough. Okay. Now, there are so many things you will now use. You now have what we call two-factor authenticators. Okay. You now have, you even have all the way to you have authenticator applications. Okay. Authenticator applications that you need to download on your phone in order for you to every minute, every 60 seconds, every 30 seconds, a new code is generated. And those codes are what you use to gain access to your application. All right. So you see, there are so many security guidelines that are put in play in order for them to have a safe, to safeguard their application, their data. Okay. Now, take for example, I usually use this experience. My friend had his WhatsApp act. Okay. Had his WhatsApp act. Okay. And because of that act, the guys that act his WhatsApp were able to scam about 5 of his friends. Okay. All right. And unfortunately, okay, I was one of those friends that they scammed. Okay. So they scammed me 30,000 naira. They scammed me 30,000 naira. Okay. And it was simple. They hacked his WhatsApp. They got access to his private, private data. So, all right, that included my name. That included my name. Okay. It included my phone number. Okay. It included all the information about me. So it was easy for them to leverage the information that they know about me in order for them to in order for them to scam me of 30,000 naira. So these guys, the scammers, okay, all right, got this information, okay, got this private data, and they were able to use that data to scam me of 30,000. They sent me a message. Oh, if you're Alpha, what's happening? They literally, the message felt like it was my guy. Do you understand? My guy, bro, Alpha, I need your help ASAP. Do you understand? I'm trying to send money to somebody, the person's account number, I've reached my limit for today. Please, can you just send 30,000 naira to this person? I'll refund you first thing tomorrow. It's my guy, it's my friend. I didn't even hesitate. Do you understand? Like, no wala, bro, no issues. I sent 30,000 to the provided account number. Okay? All right. So that was how, the first time, that was how they got the 30K. Now they came again to say that, bro, do another 30K. Okay. That is actually 60K, but he didn't know that, he didn't want to get everything from one person. But you know what? Just make another 30K. I'll give you all the money tomorrow. And I know this person cannot do that. I know from the fact, like I know this person I'm talking about, that this my own guy would not to do that. So that's where it triggered something within me to say that, do you know what? Okay, tell me something that any other person doesn't know. Okay, I started asking him questions that other people don't know about the two of us. Okay, the things that we did in university, and all that, tell me something. All right. But this person couldn't answer. And that's when I established that his phone number had been has been hacked by a scammer. But they had carted away with 30,000 naira. So if they had done that with 5 friends, okay, let's just say they were able to get away with 150,000 naira from just one random customer, one random person that they hacked their WhatsApp. Now imagine an organization, a large corporation, a bank, okay, that has 10 million users. Okay, that has 10 million users. The likes of, for example, a very good example is Patricia. Okay, we all know Patricia's story. And now they were hacked, and now they were able to divert funds from Patricia. Patricia, okay. You see, that's the whole essence of cybersecurity. That's the whole essence of cybersecurity. I've worked with other startups in Nigeria, in the UAE, where, because of lack of cybersecurity, the application, boom, was hacked. They removed money. A lot of organizations, a lot of banks will face the same issue. So you see, cybersecurity over the years, okay, has become, something that organizations are taking 100% more seriously. Okay, how do we safeguard ourselves from external threats? Okay, how do we safeguard ourselves from scammers, from hackers, and so on and so forth? So, in order for you to become a cybersecurity analyst, all right, this is the learning curve. Okay, you start with introduction to cybersecurity, foundation to computing and networking, information security principles, offensive and defensive cybersecurity, cryptography basics, cyber threats and attack vectors, network security, endpoint security, web and application security, cloud security. Now, because a lot of organizations are moving to the cloud, okay, you see, you have to also learn cloud security, how you can safeguard their data in the cloud. Also, a lot of applications work with web and, you have the app. Okay, take for example, a bank. A bank, you can transact on the web, you could also transact using the application. How do you create security features that will safeguard your data using both application? All right. So cloud security also, incident response and forensic is also something you would learn. Cybersecurity policies and compliance, all these and more is what you would learn during the training program. Okay. Now, what's the learning timeline? For 4 months, okay, 3 months of learning, and 1 month of internship, 1 month of internship, 3 months of immersive learning. You putting yourself in that learning experience, hands-on practical experience, you working on real life threats, you building robust systems, cyber systems for people for projects for you to gain that experience. Then also you get 1 month free virtual internship for you to learn more also and also practice more. Okay. Now, why should you train with analytics? We talk about data science, data engineering, and cybersecurity analysts. The key question is why should you train with analytics? Answer is very simple, right? Our achievement speaks volume, okay? And one thing I like to say is we have evidence of people going through analytics and getting jobs. And the key thing that we did last year is what I want to, brag about today. Okay, we've helped just last year we helped 850 plus people transition from classroom into their first job in tech. From classroom, the key word there is from classroom. Classroom, meaning no prior experience, just getting started. I want to become a data scientist. I want to become a data engineer. I want to become a cybersecurity analyst, and they were able to get their first job, okay, without any prior experience. So if you are that professional today, you don't have any experience, I'm a customer service representative, or I'm a banker, or I'm a this, I'm a that. Don't worry, that's exactly why we designed analytics to unload you and take you into your desired career path. Okay. So what we did last year, we did 850 plus people, and you might be amazed with that number. All right. And I'll tell you for free that we have evidence, and I'll share some of those evidence with you in a few minutes. Okay. All right. So if you're in the UK, you're in the US, you're in Canada, you're anywhere in Europe, you're in the UK, you're in Germany, France, Poland, you are in any country, all right, will work with you to get you started into your desired career path. Now, why should you train with us? We talked about it already. Okay. First thing is up-to-date curriculum. So you see the curriculum that we talked about today, it's as robust than anything you'll find anywhere in the world. So you have an up-to-date curriculum that is built by industry experts, people that are currently in the industry. And that will lead me to the second one, which is hands-on experience from industry experts. So the curriculum is built by people that are currently in the industry. I talked about myself, for example, currently in the industry, working as a data science contractor here in the US, in Canada. All right. Also, we have a pool of experts, and I'm going to share that profile with you as you go on. People that have hands-on experience in the industry coming to work with you to get started. Okay, so that's industry experience. You also have a blended training program. So you have the live classes that I talked about, but you get something extra, which is what we call Watch Me Do It, WDMI, WMDI. Watch me do it video. Watch me do it videos. So these videos are bite-sized videos. So the key question we're trying to answer is how do we have slow learners and fast learners in the same class? And everybody's moving at the same pace. That's the thing that we wanted to solve. So what we did was to have live classes merged with watch me do it videos, which is bite-sized videos that would allow you to practice on your own. Okay? Bite-sized video, short clips, 14, 20, for 10, 6 minutes videos that will allow you to understand certain concepts at your own pace. So you can just sit down in your own house, watch the videos, and you get the knowledge, you get to practice, okay? And you also get to ask questions, okay? So it's a blended approach with live classes and what we call watch me do it videos. All right. Our live classes are majorly project based. Okay. I will give you a sneak peek of the live classes and you see you can tell a story for yourself. All right. So live classes and watch me do it videos. So you have that blended approach that guarantees you learning in the training program. So you have the live class and you also have an additional resources, watch me do it videos that will help you to practice and explain certain concepts to you a lot better. Now, additional employability services, okay? I'll talk more on that, okay? But you get that more. This is where you get the most, offering, okay? Now, you also get that internship designed to simulate real world working experience. So a lot of people are just I'm looking for free internship. I'm looking for internship. I just want a platform for me to use in getting my first job. And I'll tell you that this is exactly why we started analytics. So a lot of people are just looking for that platform. Where do I tell people I'm working? Okay, what people are looking for UK experience, Canada experience, US experience. Those things are facade. So what we have done is to say that okay, don't worry, you can use analytics as a work experience. So tell your potential employer that you are working with analytics. We'll give you certain things like what we call the reference letter. We'll come to that later to back up your application process. Okay, so when you merge all these things together, to become an industry ready tech professional. Okay, so you can get a job as a data scientist, as a data engineer, and a cybersecurity analyst. All right, so now how do we position you for success? Simple 3 layers. I will explain now in the next 2 minutes. Okay, now additional employability services, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, level one, CV review. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to actually help you to revamp your CV. I don't have working experience. I've never worked as a data scientist before. How do I develop my CV? Don't worry, we have that covered. We'll help you do that. We'll help you review your CV and get you started. All right. Oh, I don't, I'm currently working as a customer service representative. Okay. How do I tailor my experience to suit this? Don't worry, we'll do that for you. And that's because your CV is basically that is the pathway to you getting your first job. Okay, that's the first step for you to get your French, for you to get in your job. If you have a good CV, I can guarantee you're likely going to get a call back. Okay, the first thing I hear a lot of people too. I get a lot of messages on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Okay, Femena, I'm getting a lot of rejection emails. Despite even follow me on LinkedIn, on Instagram, I do a lot of content. Okay, so a lot of people send messages. I'm getting a lot of rejection emails. I just want to get an interview so that I can talk, so I can sell myself. But a lot of people don't get the opportunity to get to interview, just that interview. All right. So this CV is what is putting them back. Their CV is what puts you away from getting your dream job. So what we do is we help you to revamp your CV, and we do what we call keyword matching. Okay, keywords. So you see, sometimes you apply for a job, and immediately you apply for that job, you get instant rejection email. Okay, so that's what we call ATS, application tracking software, whereby that application, which is this ATS, it is looking for keywords. So if certain keywords don't match in your CV, okay, immediately, like what we did today, if the password is not, if the keywords is not in your CV, it's just doing matching. Okay, if it is there, okay, proceed, interview. Okay, if it is not there, rejection email. It's as simple as that. So what we're going to do for you is going to help you to revamp your CV, use certain keywords, use, keyword matching, keywords that match your industry, whatever role that you're looking to do, will help you do that. Okay. All right. And make it ATS compliant. So whenever you apply for a job, you get less rejection emails. All right. And that would lead to interviews. All right. That would lead to you getting more interviews. LinkedIn optimization, also a fantastic place for people to get jobs. All right. I think at least I would say a good chunk of 60% of the jobs I've gotten that I personally have gotten, they were via LinkedIn. All right. And I'll tell you for free, LinkedIn is a very wonderful place for you to get a job. All right. So LinkedIn optimization is a very unique thing that you need to know how to do, or you need to do on your own. All right. Very simple. It works like SEO, SEO. So if you go on Google today and you search for something, I'm looking for a basket, it will give you the best results for where you can get a basket. Correct? Okay, it will give you the top performing website where you can buy a basket. So it's the same thing with LinkedIn optimization. The recruiter goes on LinkedIn, all right, to look for a data engineer, for example, would your profile appear? Would your profile be recommended as the top search, the top application, the top profiles that the recruiter should look at? If your LinkedIn profile doesn't pop up, then your LinkedIn is not optimized, and we're going to help you to do that. Upwork optimization, another platform for freelancers. So because I open my browser, I'm going to show you that one. Upwork. All right. So you see, it's find the best freelance job. Okay. Browse jobs posted on Upwork or job writing and create a profile, blah, 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 and all that. So this is, one of the nicest places for you to get remote gigs as a data engineer, data scientist, or cybersecurity analyst. All right. So we're going to help you optimize your Upwork profile. Navigating the job market, we're going to show you how to navigate the job market, okay? How to apply for a job, where to apply for a job, where to get remote jobs, where to get sponsored jobs, where to get all the kind of things that you're looking for. Ideally, all the questions you need to get about where to get these jobs. Some people are just asking questions, where these jobs be? Do you understand? Where are these jobs that you say they exist? Where can I find them? That's exactly what we're going to do for you. So we'll show you how to navigate the job market. There's also something called the Eden job market. Okay, the Eden job market. So the key question is, how do you get access to the Eden job market? We'll show you this and more when you're talking about navigating the job market. Interview and job and interview preparation. So the key thing here is, if you have a good CV, your LinkedIn is optimized, meaning that if a recruiter is looking for a role, they will find you. If your upper profile is optimized, you will likely get gigs. All right. So if you have a good CV, your LinkedIn is optimized, Upwork is optimized, you know how to navigate the job market, guarantee is that you will get interviews. All right. Guarantee you will get interviews. So what do we now do? All right. Because we expect you to get interviews. We'll prepare you for those interviews. Okay. What we'll do is we'll now prepare you. We do a mock session of the interview preparation session, and we get you prepared for the job role. Okay. So regardless of how you see, when I start sharing some testimonials with you, you'll see how the interview preparation works. Okay. Because you've never interviewed as a cybersecurity analyst. How do you know what the role of a cybersecurity analyst would entail? What kind of question would you be expecting? You don't know. So what we do is we do that mock interview sessions to get you prepped up for the interview. So we prepare you essentially. Recommendation and reference letter, which is the last one in level one, we write recommendation letter for you. So you getting started, you don't have any prior experience, you are looking to getting started, we will write you that recommendation letter. Okay. So rather than using your current place of work, which will not guarantee you that experience. So a lot of people are looking for UK experience, Canada experience, US experience, and they go and get jobs in customer service, care jobs, and all that, which is obviously short term is not bad, but you can't use that to get a professional job. You can't use it to get a job as a data scientist. You can't. All right. So what we've done is you can leverage your experience with analytics to get in that role. Okay. So we'd write your recommendation or a reference letter as needed. Our weekly mentorship sessions where we bring in experts within the industry to come and talk to you. Okay, so we'll have that weekly, every week. You have a new person that will be coming to speak to you, either myself or Deza or any other industry expert coming to mentor you and guide you through your new journey of becoming a tech professional. On the job support. So bear in mind that once you apply for a job, you get the job. And some people still feel like they're not good enough. But trust me, this is where we come in to teach you, where we still unhold you even after you've gotten a job. So bear in mind that you have all the support that you need, okay? Before you get the job and even after you get the job. And one key feature that we've introduced this new year is guaranteed interview. All right. And I'll tell you how we are going to guarantee interviews. Okay. So your training program, we're going to be guaranteeing you interviews upon completion of your training program. Once you complete your training program, we will guarantee you interviews with top recruitment firms in the US, UK, Canada, and so on. All right. The internship program is a 1 month experience. Okay. All right. It's a 1 month experience, 2 months in some cases, where you can add it to your CV. All right. It can be added to your CV and you can use it to claim work experience to say that you're currently working with analytics as a data engineer, as a data scientist, as a cybersecurity analyst. Okay. This is where you now get to own your skills. Okay. Between 1 month, depending on the training program, 1 month or 2 months, where you can use to build more hands-on experience in data engineering, data science, cybersecurity analysis, and so on. All right, you get to work on more projects and add it to your portfolio, and you get that project review with an expert. You get a project review with an expert. All right. So this is the internship experience, and this is a platform for you to leverage to get in your first job. Okay, so a lot of people are just looking for, oh, can I claim experience from analytics? Can I gain experience? Can I get that experience? Can I tell a recruiter that I'm currently working with analytics and use that as a yardstick to get to my first job? Absolutely. That's exactly what we've designed. All right, for you to work on projects, okay, during the internship, and you can use it to leverage that in getting your first job. All right. So additional things that we're doing in 2024, we have the body mentorship session, body mentorship hub, where you can get to talk with alumni. So, like I said, in the within the last 3 years, we've helped over 2,000 people transition into the tech space. And what we're looking to do is to get more people. And these guys have seen that. Okay, do you know what? Um, I was able to get a job going through analytics. Okay, I never thought I was going to be able to do it. I went for a master class. The way you're in a master class at this point in time, and the funny thing is, I got a job. I went through the training program and I got a job. These guys are coming back to say that they want to help more people transition. All right, that's what we do. That's what we're doing with the body mentorship, up to get our alumni to come back to also, give back to our old people and guide them into the tech space. Now we have enhanced internship experience, so we enhance our experience, getting more real life scenarios, getting real life projects for you to work on, and use that, to gain more experience. Okay. Now, in terms of guaranteed interviews, so we're currently working on. We've secured some, but we're still working on partnership with the likes of Robert Arv, Harvey Natch, Michael Page, Adeco, Manpower, Conferry, Kelly Services, Taxi Services, and so on. So we're currently secured some, and we're also looking to add more to the bouquet of recruiters that we have at our disposal. So basically, we're building our own job pipeline, okay, for the guys in US, for the guys in Canada, for the guys in the UK, and so on. Okay, for this three key regions: UK, US, and Canada. All right. So basically, what we're doing is you get trained. Okay. All right. You get trained by us. Okay. So once you're done with the training program, once you conclude with the training program, you worked on projects, you submitted your capstone. All right. These guys, the recruitment firms, they have the jobs. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is we'll be recommending you to the jobs from the recruiters. Okay. All right. All right. So basically, that's what we're going to be doing. So we're building a pipeline, which we have secured some already. So all you need to do is get trained, get the skills. We'll prepare you for the interview, prepare you for all the things that would get started. We'll recommend you for the job. Okay, you get called, all right, for an interview. We'll prepare you for that interview. Okay, and your likelihood of getting that job is is higher for you to get the job. So basically, that's what we're trying to do to see how we can get more people into the tech space. And that's why we're coming up with this new initiative to be able to build a pipeline that will get people trained, all right, from analytics and get them into a job, leveraging recruiters like Robert Half and so on and so forth. So if you're currently in the US, you're currently in the UK, you're in Canada, all right, you're also in any other European country, you want to leverage this in order for you to get your first job in tech. Okay. All right. Like I mentioned earlier, it always seems impossible until somebody else will do it, until somebody else gets it done. All right. So, like I mentioned, I have some other testimonials that I would like to play for you. So, you see here, I have, give me a second, guys. Okay. I have Shadi here. I'm going to play Shadi for the next probably a minute. I think it's just about a minute.
Hi everyone, my name is Shade Huluwatosi. I want to talk to you about analytics today. I also did the program, that's the data science program. It's actually landed me my first tech job right here in the UK, and I do not have any previous experience. So one thing that I would really say that I like about analytics is the support that they provide. The support, it comes in terms of mentorship section. It comes in form of CV reviews and also LinkedIn optimization. I am going to recommend analytics to every black person that I know that are interested in tech. I'm really going to recommend them to everyone that I really know. Thank you.
All right. So, you see, guys, there's something you need to understand, and that is until somebody else will do it, that's the reason why we're even having testimonials in the first place.
With
All
many
right.
event registration providers,
Sorry.
creating your own.
Okay, apologies for that. So basically, yeah, join our next course starting on the 3rd of February 2024, 3rd of February 2024. Get started now if you're looking to get into the tech space itself. So if you are looking to getting started, this is something you need to take into consideration. So we have a course starting on the 3rd of February. So I can see some people already asking questions around getting started. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Blah, 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 blah. It's very simple. Okay. Very, very simple. And one thing I'll tell you for free is, getting started, you don't need so much for you to get started. You don't need what? You don't need so much for you to get started. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So if you're looking to get it started, the discount is only available for the first 20 people to register. Okay? First 20 people, discount. All right. So the price for the full stack data scientist, if you're looking to become a data scientist, okay, the price is on the screen. All right. So that's the first thing you would see there. All right. So full stack data science, if you're looking to pay in dollars, this is the full amount. Okay. But we're running a discount. Okay. We're running a discount for the first 20 people to register. First 20 people to register. Now, full amount is $750. Okay. All right. Now, but you have a discounted fee amount of $600. So rather than you paying the full amount, all right, rather than you paying the full amount, you could actually pay the discounted amount. You could actually pay the discounted amount. All right. You can pay the discounted amount and you could actually pay in 2 installments. Okay, you could pay in 2 installments. So you could pay, the first installment of $450, and the second installment of $150. All right. So because you're paying in discount, it gives you the permission to pay in 2 installments. So rather than you paying the full amount, okay, of $750, you can actually pay the discounted amount, okay, $600, and you can also get to pay it in 2 tranches. All right. The second payment actually comes 1 month into the training program. Is that flexible? Okay, the second payment, you can pay it 1 month into the training program. All right. If you're paying in pounds, the original fee is $625, £625, I mean. All right. So rather than you paying this in full, £625, we're running a discount for the first 20 people, which is £500. Okay. And you can also pay in 2 installments. So you can pay the £375 now to secure your spots and balance 125 1 month into the training program. That's the same thing with data engineering and cybersecurity. So the original amount is $900 and £750. All right, $900 and £750. Okay, but now we are running that first discount. We're running that discount. Now the discount is $750 and £625 respectively. Okay. Now the discounted amount allows you to pay in 2 installments. Okay. You could pay, either $550 to secure your space now, or £460 and pay the second installment of $200 or $165 to secure the second installment. Okay. So the discounted amount, like I mentioned, is only available for the first 20 people. Now, rather than you paying the full amount, all right, and people want to wait till the nick of time. People want to wait till the end, okay, to the end of the month. That's when they know they want to make payments. This quarter is starting on the 3rd of February. 3rd of February. That's next week Saturday, or upper week Saturday. Yeah, next week Saturday actually. All right. So if you're looking to get started, this is the best time for you to take advantage of the discount. So now the discount, like I mentioned, allows you to pay in 2 installments. If you're going to be paying the full amount, you need to pay. It's literally called the full amount. So pay the full amount once. But with the discount amount, you could actually pay in 2 installments. Okay, first installment of $450, then you can balance $150 1 month into the training program. The same thing with data engineering, $750, 2 installment. All you need to secure your position now is $450. If you were going for the data science, all you need to do is what? Pay $450 now, and you have registered for the first training program, the data science. Now, bear in mind that you get the full pack of all the services that we talked about. Okay. So if you're looking to get started in data science, data engineering, and cybersecurity analysis, this is the place to go into. This is where to get started. All right. So I'm just going to walk you through the payment channel. Somebody sent me a message around payment. Okay. So I'm just going to walk you through how you can make payments. Then I'll walk you through our testimonials also. So you see proof, show your workings. Okay. I'll show you workings. Now click on the main stack. It's going to take you, click on the link sent to the chat. It's going to take you to this page, the Analytics Enrollment Center. Okay. So basically, this is where you get the full access to everything you need to know about the program. So take, for example, to get access to all the program brochures, click here. All right. To get access to all the program brochures, click here. All right. So if you're looking to get into data science, data engineering, or cybersecurity, you see the brochures are there. So the brochure gives you full details about the program, full details. Okay, so you see, I just talked about the curriculum, and all that, but this one gives you full detail about each of the curriculum. All right, so it gives you cybersecurity analysis, the program overview, the curriculum, and you see some introduction to cybersecurity. I didn't go in depth when we're talking, but this goes in depth. What is introduction to cybersecurity? What would you learn in that particular training program? Foundation to computing and networking. What would you learn? Introduction, information security principle. offensive and defensive, all the things. What are those things that you'll learn? What is cryptography? Okay, what is it? How does it impact your learning experience? And so on and so forth. So you see, it gives you a full detail of all the things you'll learn during the training program. All right. Also, you would also learn, say, data engineering, the same thing. You go to data engineering, you double click, you could also download it. Okay. All right. So you see, it takes you through all the things you need to learn in data engineering. Full detail, fundamentals of data engineering. You see, it's full in Python programming, all the things you learn. We did a bit of of Python programming today. SQL, batch commands and version control, data modeling, pandas, all the things you need to learn in data engineering. Every single thing is in there for you to know. And the same thing with data science. Okay, so you're looking at the full stack data science program. The same thing is all in there. Full scope of the brochures are all there. So you could always go there to look at the brochure. Okay, you could also go to the website. It's also on our website. Go to the website. You get access to the brochures from the website also. Now, payments. Let's talk about payments. You're looking to get started in data science, data engineering, and cybersecurity analyst. Okay. So you see it here, the prices are all there. Okay. So you see for data analysis, business analysis. So if you want to pay, if you're outside the country and you want to make payment right now, so you're going to click on the non-Naira card payments. That's what you're looking for. The first one is Scrum. That's not what you click on. So for this, you have full stack data science. You have it there. Okay, you have it there. And you can either make the face payments, okay, for full stack data science. So you can make your first part payment now. Okay, click on it to make that first part payment. Okay. Or if you're looking at, you see, data engineering and cybersecurity analyst, first or part payment. So you could also click on that for us to take a look at it. Okay. Now take a look at this data analytics. Okay. Okay. Sorry, this is okay. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna go back so you see the full scope of all the training program. All right. So you see if you want to pay for data, full stack data science, it is over there. You want to pay for data engineering, you see data engineering and so on. The fastest way for you to get to this place is once you click on the link, you will see view store. Okay. You can click on view store. That's the fastest way to get all the prices at once, okay, without you wasting too much time. So click on view visit store. So once you click on the main stack link, click on visit store, okay, and it's going to take you to this page. So if you're looking to like the full stack data scientist, for example, if that's what you're interested in, click on that, okay, all right, and you'll see you can pay in pounds. So you see, you actually, because of the exchange rate, okay, this is 495. So to show you your currency in your current location, based on your current location, it's going to give you the price based on your current location. Okay. So now you see in the pricing, all right, in order for you to secure your space, full stack data science, the discounted fee is £500, £500. But you see now it is £498. So if you are paying now, if you want to pay in full now, you can actually gain £2. You can actually save yourself £2 because of the current exchange rates. Okay. All right. So the pound, I think the dollar is gaining on the pound. So you see the pound is reduced. There's a reduction in price. Okay. So instead of paying £500, you would actually be paying £498. That's if you want to pay in full. Okay. But if you want to pay half payments, if you want to secure a position with 375, all you need to do is just type in 375, £375. Okay, and you can proceed to make payments. All right, you can proceed to make payment. Take for example, data engineering. You're interested in data engineering, click on data engineering. Okay, you'll see 622. All right. So currently you're going to be saving yourself with three pounds. You're actually going to be saving £3. All right. My currency is in pounds at this point in time because of my location. All right. So you see, 622, 622, but the price is actually 625. So you are actually saving £3. Okay. All right. And that's based on the current exchange rates. So, that's if you want to pay full. But if you want to pay the first part payment, which is 460, all you need to just put there is 460. Okay. In order for you to pay that, once you reserve your seats, that's all you need to pay to, £460. All right. And you can sign in, make payments, and that's it. Okay. All right. So any questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to raise up your hand. I'll be happy to take your questions. All right. Feel free to ask your questions. But one thing I would like to show you guys is testimonials. In as much as we tell you to register, I want you to, I honestly want you, I want to show you the testimonials so you understand the work we've done so far. And you can also read your own testimonials could also be part of this. You can see he shares a story on how analytics alumni encourage her to make a life-changing decision. All right, shares his experience. Financial analytics program was the greatest thing that happened to me in 2023. Chemistry to HR analytics, register for analytics business, and so many testimonials. And that's the reason why I added this here. It takes you to straight to the testimonial page where you can get to listen to different people and how these dog. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to Michael. All right. I worked personally with Michael to get to this job as a sales engineer with one of the top, engineering one of the top e-commerce firm here in the UK. All right. All right. So let me just skip this ad.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I'm going to be speaking about how Analytics helped me to secure my first tech role. So at the beginning of the year, I was looking at different places onto how to gain the skills that I needed in order to get into the industry that I wanted, which was data engineering. I, funny enough, came across Analytics through Instagram, and I signed up to attend their first taster session. And through their first taster session, they showed me everything about how the classes would go, how they'll teach you, how they'll guide you in securing your first tech role. I love the lessons because they gave us a good foundational knowledge of how to code, of how to know about the industry, and it made us understand that coding, data engineering is not as difficult as people, make it out to seem. So once I started applying for jobs, I got invited to an interview from a company, and I spoke to my mentors at Analytics, and they guided me through the entire process. Happily enough, they helped me through that entire process, and I was able to be offered a role as a sales engineer at a software company. And I just want to say thank you to Analytics through the support, through the classes, through the mentorships, because it was able to give me the skills that I needed along this course of the year and secure my first role in the tech industry. And I am very, very confident that if you was to join, it's going to benefit you just as much as it benefited me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Idris. How I heard about analytics was through a post on Instagram. So there was this ad. And I was interested in what I saw there. That made me decide to go through their website and see the curriculum they had. Going through the curriculum, I realized this was exactly what I was looking for, because I'm this kind of person. I very much love learning fundamentals when I'm diving into a new field. And this was exactly what analytics is doing there. Starts from the fundamentals and build up from there. That made me enroll into the program with them, and my learning experience throughout the program was very productive because I gained a lot of concepts which I'm applying in my current role at the moment. Since finishing the program at Analytics, I've been able to secure a data engineering role at Jaguar Land Rover, and recently I just secured a new role as a senior analytics engineer. So my advice for anyone is, if you're having any doubts, or if you think, you need to delve into this field, I advise you to just go through the website, check on the courses there and see what you're interested in and start from there. Thank you.
One thing I would like to tell you guys, it always seems like a humongous task. It feels like a mountain in front of you. Okay, until you try, you never can tell. That's one thing you need to have at the back of your mind. Until you try, until you jump ahead to say that, do you know what? I want to take this. I want to take this journey. And trust me, we have enough testimonials to at least tell you the fact that yes, these things work. We know exactly what we're talking about. So if you have a friend, you have a family, you know somebody, all right. There's another person I would have loved to show you guys, to be honest with you, because the what do you call it? The experience has been very, very interesting for us. It has been enlightening also for people looking to get started. All right, I want you to listen to just one person, okay?
It's 2024.
Okay, I'm sharing testimonials so that you can see the proof. Okay, so we brought in people to come and speak about how analytics help them land a tech job. Let me show you something very interesting. This is Gaga. Okay, let me show you. Let me listen to you.
I'm new and this is my break time, so I don't know if it's okay to make me be first to talk about whatever it is, and then you know how it is. We need to show that we are serious, now. So yeah.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, cool. So my name is Zainab.
Just looking for where
My
one of the lady over here, okay, a friend recommended her to Analytics, okay, and guess what? She came to the training program. Okay, she told the friend that, oh, I've registered. The friend was even like, I sent you to the masterclass just the same way you would get the link to the masterclass recording. All right, a friend forwarded it to her. She saw it, she liked it, and decided to pay. Guess what? The friend was yet to make a decision. She paid. Down the line, she started in September last year, and by December, she had gotten a job as a business analyst in Canada, working for one of the top government institutions in Edmonton, Calgary, and Edmonton, Alberta. Okay, and she was able to get a job. Now the key question is, I want you guys we just go to our YouTube channel, okay? Subscribe when you're there, anyways. But I want you to listen to it. You see, she told a story, okay, and how she currently works and how she's supervising people. Someone that had no experience is getting a job, and she's leading a team. Do you understand what that means? So, and that's the same thing with, John Wenger also is in Poland. Same thing with Ramat, the same thing with Abiola, and the same thing with Zainab. These are all people that have gotten jobs. People, they just started the year the same way you are starting this year. Well, yeah, along the line, some of them started in June, some of them started in September, some of them started in December, and they have a job. All right. So the key question is, when do you want to start? Oh, I'll start next month. I'll start in 2 months' time. I'll start in 3 months' time. I'll start in 6 months. When you should start now and get the benefit of what you're looking to get. Okay? So if you're looking to get started, guys, first 20 people to register. You see, we learned it today. We learned Python today, and I'm sure you guys learned a thing or two from the Python class. All right. Just to give you a sneak peek to the class itself, where you would do your classes. Okay. Let me just show you quickly in just about a few minutes. I'm going to show you the Google Classroom. Okay, so this is where you get all your materials. All your materials are stored in a Google Classroom. So all the classes are recorded. All the classes are recorded. All the materials are in there for you to get access to it. So these are the guys that started, in January 24. You see it here, 24/01. So January, North America, the guys in North America. Okay, so if you're in Canada, you're in the US, basically this is how your class is going to look like. All right, so you see, you get the onboarding material, you get the introduction to data science. All right, let's take a look at let's go. Okay, all right, so you see people are putting you can only say the watch me do it online and so on. So you see people interacting in the classes. So you get the introduction to data science. All right, what is welcome? What is data science? What is data? What is types of analytics? The careers in data science. So you get all those things, all the burning questions that you usually ask. You get access to everything. All right. So introduction to data science. You have your first class. You see everything is recorded. All right. Every single thing is recorded. So you see the recording. This is the recording. You get access. Sorry, this is not. This is the login details. All right. Login slides. This is the recording. All right. So you see, this is a slide to the introduction session. All right. And you get the recording. Okay. You get the recording. So you see, every class is recorded. Every single class is recorded, meaning that even if you miss the class, you can always go back to watch it. Okay. So, all right. And so on. So every single class is recorded. And these are the watch me do it videos I talked about earlier. So you have that self-paced materials that will take you end to end on, all the things you need to learn. Okay, so you have, data analysis toolkits, data cleaning functions in Excel. So like I told you, you learn all the things you need to learn, especially when it comes to data science. So from Excel to Tableau and so on and so forth. So you see, they are currently using data cleaning with Excel. Watch me do videos, statistics. They started their statistics class. Let's see what they have here. So comment, concise, straight to the point. Thank you. Interesting and refreshing. Well done. So these are bite-sized videos that will get you, get you engaged, get you to understand, get you to practice by yourself. Incredibly interesting. Okay, all right. So you see, all these things are the things you are missing out on. And you're learning this at your pace, at your own pace, with projects, with assignments, and so on and so forth, in order for you to grow better. Okay, in order for you to grow better. Now let's take a look at dashboard completion, feature tail. Okay. Let me see if they have an assignment. Okay, let me show you the dashboard that they did in class. Okay, all right. So let's take a look at this. So like I told you, you would use Excel for descriptive, diagnostic, and predictive analytics. So this is the diagnostics, the descriptive and the diagnostic aspects.
All
All
right,
right.
so hi, a good.
So this is one of our the star girls in our group. She's a brilliant, smart. I learned a lot from her personally too. All right. So she's well experienced in the space of data science, and she's one of the people that will be leading the sessions, in data science. All right. And these are the kind of experienced people you get to work with, getting started. And you see, walking you through the, stages of building your dashboard. Okay, an actual case study, and I'll take you through the case study in a few minutes. All right. So before you finish, you see you are creating your own, dashboard template that you would use for analysis. Okay. So let me see if I can show you the final dashboard. Let me show you the final dashboard. Very brilliant, very visually appealing. All right, get you interested, get you started. I think I'm gonna play visual dashboard completion. All right. I'm just going to show you dashboard completion. So this is the dashboard they're trying to build. Okay. This is the dashboard they're trying to build. Okay. So the dashboard is on hotel booking cancellation. So let's take a look at the case study. Let's take a look at the case study. So for you to understand it. Okay. So like I said, every live class is an actual case study. It's an actual case study. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at Future Tail. Future Tail Hotel Reservation Case Study. So Future Tail Hotels, dynamic, modernity. The Chinese restaurant, Japanese restaurant, so comment restaurant and so on and so on. But the key thing that I'm looking at is you have been employed as a data scientist to explore the data and provide some insight and recommendation. So typically, all right. The typical reason for cancellation include change of plans, scheduling conflicts. This is often made easier by the options to do it free of charge or preferably at a low cost. So basically, this is a real life case study that we have adjusted to a learning experience. So basically, this hotel was experiencing cancellation, people canceling. So they booked the hotel, but they canceled. Okay. Now, if you book hotel, if you're in the UK, you're in Canada, you can book hotel, but even up to if sometimes a few hours to your check-in time, you can cancel. Okay, you will be charged a certain amount. So if you booked at let's say $100, okay, or £100, you could actually be charged 50 pounds cancellation. Okay, now that £50 might seem like a lot to you. Okay, it even feels okay because you're getting back £50, but the hotel is losing £100. Okay, the hotel is losing £100. So because of that cancellation, there is a decline in revenue stream. Okay, they actually want you to be in the room. They want you to be there. They want you to come because when you come, you might buy, you do things, you buy Wi-Fi, you do this, you do that. All right, they actually want you to come. So the moment you don't come, the moment you cancel, there's a decline in the revenue, increase in the revenue stream. All right. So basically, they have employed you as a data scientist to be able to explore the data to provide some insights. Okay. And the data is provided for you. Let me show you a sneak peek of the data set. All right. So, okay, this is the data set anyways. Okay. You have to download it. All right. So dashboard completion, this is exactly what you have in there. So you're looking at the trend of bookings as against cancellation, and you find out that cancellation starts to grow as booking started to grow also at the start of the new year. So you need to find out the reasons why. Like I talked about, descriptive, diagnostic, and analytics. And you can see you are doing a lot of permutation, combination for you to get what you're looking for. All right. So that's the data analysis. Data engineering, the same thing. All right. I might not spend too much time because of the time, because you are well spent. I just wanted to do it within 2 hours, the session today. All right. I'm looking for data engineering. So this is data engineering for the guys that started this year. Okay. So the same thing, start from the basics, start from the fundamentals, okay? Introduction to data engineering, okay? The class recording and this, okay? You also get watch me do videos, okay? Overview of data engineering, welcome, learning roadmap, different careers, and so on. Okay, introduction to data engineering. What is data? The 5 V's of big data, OLTP, OLAP, so on and so forth. You know, you learn all the basics, Python basics. You learn everything you need to do in order for you to get started. All right. Then you have your live classes. You have everything you need, just the same way. All right. And everything is case study based. Okay. Case study based. All right. So you learn based on live case study. You see this particular one. This is Metro Bank. Okay. And it's a live case study also. So I'm just going to show you Metro Bank case study real quick. It's a video, but I'll just see. It's about 18 minutes long. So I'm not going to play everything to the end. Don't worry. But essentially, this is an SQL case study, and you're going to be using your SQL skills to, all right, work on this live case study. So you see this, Metro Bank established in the early 2000s has grown into a significant regional player in the banking sector. It offers a wide range of financial services, including personal banking, business accounts, loans, and investment services. With its expanding customer base and increasing number of transactions, Metro Bank needs a robust database system to manage its operation. So you as a data engineer now, you are going to build out a database system to help this bank manage its transactions. So that's exactly what you do. So you do all that. You see the data sets available for you to download. How do you download? How do you bring it in? You know, SQL fundamentals, how do you do everything, and so on and so forth. All right. So when they say something is robust, this is the curriculum for you to learn in order for you to get started. All right. So apart from Python, what other skills? I think I've covered that already. Okay. So for the data science program, okay, you will learn, there are quite a number of things you will learn in the data science program. All right, so you will learn Excel. It's actually called the full stack data science program because you would learn all the things you need to learn to get started, regardless of anywhere you find yourself. So you will learn Excel, you learn statistics, you learn Tableau, you learn SQL, then you learn Python. Now you would use Python for exploratory data analysis. You would use Python for machine learning. You would use Python for computer vision. You would use Python to work with GitHub. You would use Python with SQL and so on. It's a robust curriculum that takes you end to end. Okay. All right. So if you need access to the brochure, everything is there. Oluwaseyi just sent to you. So it's a robust curriculum that take you from 0 to 100, starting from statistics all the way to working with Microsoft Fabrics for analytics. All right. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain, guys. Okay. And like I said, it always seems impossible until somebody does it. Well, guess what? You can be the person to do it. You currently on the call at this point in time, you can be the person to do it. You can be the person to get started. And would be looking forward. You know, this kind of zone available for the first 20 people. If you're looking forward to getting started, the training program is starting on the 3rd of February. And look at what we're able to achieve today within 1 hour, within 1 hour. Okay, all right. We're able to do some little Python coding. All right, integer floats, strings. We went to variable assignment. We went to creating a password verification for a banking app, and so on. So basically, you could also do it. All right, you don't need to be scared. All you need to do is you actually, even if you're scared, do it scared. All right, but do it the fact that you're doing with the 10 analytics, and we're here to support you all through the way. Okay, we have a fantastic, community to get you started. All you need to do is leverage that community. All right. So on that note, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you very much. And looking forward to seeing you all in the training program. I enjoyed myself today, and I'm sure you guys enjoyed yourself. Okay, if you enjoyed yourself, put a yes in the chat. Let's see. Let me see. If you had a wonderful time, if you learned something new, I know I've asked this question earlier, but I want to see if you had a good time today. Put a yes in the chat, and what you call it, Mo, my guy. More as thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. All right, fantastic. I love it. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for staying in. I don't know where you guys are joining it from, but I know some people will be in Nigeria, some people in Canada, some people will be in the US. But regardless of your time zone, regardless of everything, you're here today. And I would say something briefly. You are the reasons why we're doing this. You currently are the reasons why you're doing this. Somebody saying, Mo, don't forget to give it away. Mo, don't forget give it away. Or 2.3 billion is not small money. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful day ahead. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the training program. Bye, everyone, and have a good, wonderful day. All right. Cheers.